to you. Happy Valentine's Day to you.
I'm really not much of a Valentine's Day person, so happy day. Fist Fight is a movie directed by Richie Keene. It stars Ice Cube, Charlie Day, Tracy Morgan, Jillian Bell, and the sexy-ass Christina Hendricks, whose only role in this movie is to be a completely nutshit, crazy, sexy person. The movie basically, as the title indicates, it's about a fist fight. It's about a teacher wanting to fight another teacher. Charlie Day is a really nice guy. He's a really nice teacher. It's the last day of school. Something really bad happens to cause some tension between him and Ice Cube. And Ice Cube, being the badass that he is, challenges him to a fight. And that's essentially the movie. And I don't know how they stretched a premise like this into a full-length movie, but I walked into this thing fully prepared to shit on it. Is this considered the upset of February? It might be. Time to give you the lowdown on this throwdown. Let's go. I saw the trailer for this movie and I thought it was going to be complete and utter garbage. I just looked at that and I said, man, it looks really stupid. It looks like a really dumbass February movie. I'm probably gonna shit all over that one when I see it. You know what? The movie is actually not complete shit. In fact, it doesn't even belong in the toilet bowl. Oh, this movie is ridiculously stupid, okay? Let me just get that out of the way right away. This movie is dumb. The premise is dumb. The premise is so unrealistic. I mean, if you applied what happened in this movie to real life, no way in hell any of this shit would actually happen the way that it happened, and you have to keep that in mind. It's kind of one of those movies where you have to turn your brain off and just suspend your disbelief at the door. And to be honest, you have to do that because that's what the movie does. The movie suspends its disbelief at the door and just has fun. Charlie Day and Ice Cube have a really cool dynamic in this movie. And I can't say that they have great chemistry or anything like that because they're pretty much at each other's throats for most of the movie. Obviously two complete opposites, and Charlie Day is this really mild-mannered, nice guy who's, you know, kind of a pushover. He's kind of a little bitch. The movie does make fun of that multiple times throughout, and obviously it's an arc where Charlie Day starts off as this little bitch, and then towards the end of the movie he becomes, you know, something more. So you've seen that arc 100,000 times, but Charlie Day is really good in this role, and he's really funny. Ice Cube is so over-the-top mean and rude in this movie that you just have to laugh at it. You have to. There's no other reaction. They make Ice Cube such an insufferable asshole in this movie. At first I thought, well, he's just gonna be some really over-the-top mean guy, and he just wants to fight Charlie Day, because the script says we have to. But, surprisingly, there is another motivation for his character that goes beyond, hey, he did something wrong to me and I want to beat him up in front of the school. Does his motivation make a lot of sense in the big scheme of things? Nah, not really, but again, suspend your disbelief. It'll make life a lot easier for you during this movie. And suffice it to say that this movie actually was kind of funny. I mean, you've heard it 100,000 times before. If it's a comedy, you're supposed to make me laugh. So, this is a comedy. Did it make me laugh? Yes, I actually laughed quite a bit during this movie. There is one scene in particular with a girl at a talent show that just... I lost my shit. I have no idea why I laughed as hard as I did, but I was almost in tears laughing. I mean, it was that funny for me. In the end, you take a simple, dumbass premise, you put two likable actors in the mix, and you have some funny jokes, and it makes for a pretty sweet time at the movies. That's what Valentine's Day gave to me for this movie. It gave me the gift of having a movie that I thought was gonna be complete shit turn out to actually be pretty decent. As for the rest of Valentine's Day, you know, you get a middle finger just like you get every other year. Now that we've got the stupidity of the movie out of the way, how about the actual filmmaking? Well, I already said that this movie is dumb, but really the thing about this movie is that the way the story unfolds is even dumber than the premise that the movie is trying to build off of. For example, there are so many things that happen during the course of this movie that if they go a different way, the movie is over at that point. But they have to stretch this out for a feature-length release, so that means stupid things have to continue to happen to propel the story forward, and it's just a little bit too convenient at times. That there is an absurd amount of dick jokes to start this movie. They do taper off after a while, but honestly, I could use less dick in my life, and I don't mind a good dick joke if it's done the right way, but they started this movie with an absurd number of dick jokes, and after about 20 minutes, I was like, okay, I think that's enough dick. You're making me take it in my eyes and up my ass. What are we doing here? Also, Jillian Bell and Tracy Morgan, while they have some funny moments, you pretty much saw all of their funny scenes in the trailer. Jillian Bell in particular, she had this annoying joke about students having sex with teachers, and that got pretty old after a while. I'm just gonna say that. As far as comedies go, I think that you could do a lot worse with a movie like this. I will say that Fist Fight is gonna get the low end of the Man of Steel. It's a golden age type of comedy. Alright guys, that is my review for Fist Fight that comes out this week. Make sure you check that out on Friday. Favorite comedy from last year? Go ahead and hit me with it down below. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button and join the rest of my fellow Kryptonians in the sun. And as always, if you like what you see, tell me how you feel and stay tuned to hear more from the Man of Steel. Peace.